lads, welcome back to another video. This one is going to be covering all of the Scottish Cup games that are coming up this weekend. As you can clearly tell by the amount of times you've probably seen videos on this channel, I largely cover Scottish football, so it's the week of the Scottish Cup, the national competition. So we're going to cover every single game and I'm going to give my prediction of who's going to win each individual Scottish Cup 4th round tie. Enjoy the video. So first up tonight, obviously as you're watching this kind of result might have actually already came through. It's pretty much only one-sided for me in this one. It's obviously Cowdenbeath versus Rangers, and you'd be kind of silly not to realistically expect Rangers to go on and win this. It'll be quite a culture shock to Jermaine Defoe, I'd imagine, considering his recent playing days. I've seen him play at stadiums like the Etihad, Old Trafford, and now he's playing at Central Park, where it doubles up as a stock car racing ground. So a bit of different surroundings from that. But as I said, I do expect Rangers to come through and win this. I'm not going to give any sort of individual score predictions like 2-0 or anything like that. I'm just going to say who I think is going to win. So Rangers win here and get through to the next round. Moving on to the early kick-off on Saturday, Auchinleck Talbot versus Ayr. If this one does go ahead, it's apparently, if it gets postponed, it's going to be moved to a Wednesday at 1 PM. Which is a very strange kick-off time for a Scottish Cup tie, especially when you factor in every other factor that goes with the fans and stuff like that. But if this one does go ahead as planned tomorrow at 12:15, then I do expect Ayr to come through this, because apparently Lawrence Shankland's going to be back. And you know what happens when Lawrence Shankland gets in the Ayr team? Goals, goals, goals. So, Ayr United win here, and again, through to the next round, along with already my prediction of Rangers. Aberdeen v Stenhousemuir, Aberdeen at home, Spitodry, Aberdeen win. Dundee v Coon of the South. Now this is an interesting one, isn't it? I would probably just go for Coon of the South in this one. Earlier on in the season, Ayr went up to Dundee, and albeit Dundee weren't playing great at that time, but I wouldn't have expected Ayr to go up there and win, but they did so. So I'm going to back Coon of the South, as well as say that Stephen Dobie will get on the score sheet as well, because when doesn't he? So Dundee v Coon of the South winning that one. East Fife versus Morton. Now, I'm going to go for another upset here, and I'm going to say that East Fife are going to win. Sorry to any Morton fans watching this. I know people like Chrissy's Morton TV might be watching this and stuff like that, so I'm going to maybe upset the apple cart here a bit, but I think East Fife might just pull it out the bag, because they are a bit of a dark horse in this one, and I think they've got the capabilities to actually win this tie. So East Fife to go through to the next round as well. Hibs v Elgin, very similar to Aberdeen v Stenhousemuir here. It's at Easter Road. You would expect Hibs to go through and win this one, especially with their new additions to their side like Ryan Gold and stuff like that. So Hibs winning this one, pretty easy for me. Inverness v East Kilbride, and I know I've got one East Kilbride fan that watches these videos, and he might be a bit upset by what I'm about to say, but Inverness to win, they should do. They are a good few levels above East Kilbride, and albeit that East Kilbride are a very good outfit in the Lowland League currently, I do think Inverness will have just too much for them. But if it's a shock, then I'll give myself a slap in the face in the last word on Sunday, so look forward to that. If that happens, Inverness to win this one and go through to the next round. Kilmarnock versus Forfar, similar to Aberdeen Hibs. Kilmarnock at home against a low league opposition should be an easy win for them. So Kilmarnock winning this one, and Steve Clarke to continue his kind of good spell as Kilmarnock manager, and albeit this isn't a fantastic result, but continue them and to have a good cup run this season as well. Montrose v Dundee United. Could this one be a shock? Could Stuart Peachtree get one over on Dundee United? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that Dundee United will come out winners in this one, and it will be one of the ones where you think it could be a banana skin for them, but it'll end up being maybe a bit of a comfortable win, and Dundee United to go through to the next round. Be an interesting tie if they went and drew Rangers in the next round as well, eh? Motherwell v Ross County. This is probably the most evenly pipped kind of lower league versus higher league opposition. Obviously Motherwell being the higher league and Ross County being the lower league, even though they are currently sitting top of the championship, I believe. At least they're in the top two currently. So I do think this is probably the closely pipped kind of battle in terms of that demographic of game. But do I think Ross County could pull off a slight upset here? They could, but I don't think they will. I think Motherwell will have enough considering their new acquisition in Ross McCormack. If he starts, I think he'll score and Motherwell will get through to the next round. Partick Thistle versus Stranraer. Now usually, coming into this season, I would have been highly backing Partick Thistle in this sort of fixture, but with what's going on at their club right now and the fact that they hate their manager and they just can't really stand anything that's happening at their club right now, could this be a bit of a shock to their system if Stranraer come and actually have a go at them? And I think Stranraer should do that. I think they should come and have a go at Partick Thistle, because what have they got to lose really? They're a part-time side coming from the league below, and Partick Thistle are currently sitting, second bottom, I think, of the championship at the moment, so I don't think Stranraer have anything to lose in this one. I think it could be a draw though, and Partick Thistle will have to go back to Stair Park for a replay. That's the first draw I've went for in this one. I've actually forgotten that draws can be a scenario. St Johnstone versus Hamilton. It's a pretty boring tie, this one. Premiership v Premiership. I think both sets of fans wouldn't have been really chuffed with getting this in the draw, considering they could have got a low league opposition and maybe had a bit of a different day at the football, instead of just another fixture that's probably going to happen at least another 3 times this season. I think St Johnstone will come out on top. I think that they've probably performed better over the course of the season, albeit Hamilton have made a few additions to their side recently, but I think St Johnstone will still have enough, and St Johnstone maybe just sneaking it, but St Johnstone to go through to the next round in that one. I wouldn't be too surprised though if it's a kind of lacklustre draw. St Mirren versus Alloa. It's the Jim Goodwin Love and Friendship Cup, and I suppose it can be branded as that because obviously it's Jim Goodwin's main club that he played as a player, and Alloa is obviously the team that he's managing right now and doing a very good job with them. St Mirren, could this be a banana skin for them? I think it could be. You know what Alloa have done this season, they've performed fantastically well, and going to St Mirren, I don't think we'll have any fear about going into this fixture and really giving it a good go. So I'm going to go with a draw in this one, and they'll take it back to Recreation Park or the Indodrill Stadium, and I think Alloa might actually win the replay, but that's a topic for another day. This one, it'll be a draw, I think. Celtic versus Airdrieonians, probably the easiest one for me to pick. Simple, Celtic win. It's at Parkhead, you're not going to expect anything else, are you? And then the only tie to be played on the Sunday, Hearts v Livingston, I'm going to go with probably Hearts to win this one. If Aidan Keena gets a chance, I think he may actually get on the score sheet here. Who knows if he actually will. It would be a good chance for Craig Levein to actually see what a player like Aidan Keena can do. I'm going to go with a Hearts win. It might be tight because Livingston, as you know, they're hard to beat and they are a very good side this season. So I'm going to go with a Hearts win in this one, but a very close one at that. So I've covered all the rest of the games, and now we move on to the big one. The one that you've probably noticed that I've missed out so far. Raith Rovers versus Dunfermline, the Fife Derby. I'm extremely looking forward to this one. There is going to be over 5,000 fans there guaranteed, because we've already bought 2,300 tickets. Raith have sold about a couple of hundred more than that, so we're going to be at the 5,000 barrier. It's probably going to be one of the biggest attendances outside of any of the big teams in the Premiership, and it'll be a very, very good game to be involved in. The atmosphere will be absolutely fantastic, and honestly, I just can't wait. I'm not even really, I've not thought about a result so far this week really. I've always been looking forward to the kind of atmosphere that it's going to be, and just being back at a proper Fife Derby. The last time we were there, I did a vlog on it, it was 2 seasons ago in the 2016-17 campaign. Obviously I'm talking about being at Starks Park, and it was just a fantastic day. Obviously it's only really a fantastic day if your team comes out winners, and we did that day. It was the first season of players like Callum Higginbotham and stuff like that. Lee Ashcroft got on the score sheet after Callum Higginbotham drilled a cross along the box, and I remember it, and it was a fantastic day, and it was one of the best atmospheres I've been involved in an away game, and that's exactly what I'm looking forward to this weekend, especially with the amount of fans that's going to be there. It's going to be absolutely unreal, and I'm just extremely looking forward to it. I'm obviously going to go with a Dunfermline win. I'm going to go with nothing else. Raith have a very impressive home record so far this season, but I'm going to back my own team, of course I am. It's the Derby. You can't do anything else. If you were doing anything else, then you might as well not turn up, because you need that fight, passion and desire, and you need to believe in your team. So I think Dunfermline will come away with a win here, and I'm honestly just buzzing to take in that atmosphere. More than pars. But aye, that's it for this video guys, cheers for watching. If you did enjoy, please give it a like. Comment down below what Scottish Cup game you're taking in this weekend, if you're going to one. If you're not, what game are you taking in, and what do you think the score will be in that game. And also subscribe for more of this type of content. And until our next video, which will obviously be the big match, the matchday vlog for tomorrow's game, the Fife Derby, like I mentioned. Look out for the sneaky wee change in intro in the matchday vlog as well. I'll see you then. Cheers guys.